Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to my channel. Well, today's video is very important for the people who are preparing themselves for B1 test. Well, people usually take B1 test for applying for a work permit in UK, and if we talk about B1 test, it has two types. The first type is the type in which we have 4 modules: speaking, listening, reading and writing. While the second type is the type in which we have 2 modules: speaking and listening. Today, the test that we're going to talk about is B1 test, which has 2 modules, speaking and listening. So, let's get started. Well, if you talk about B1 test, which has 2 modules, speaking and listening, the total time of the test is 20 to 22 minutes. Means you're going to spend 20 to 22 minutes with the examiner. Remember one thing, that there will be 2 candidates and 1 examiner. Means you will have a partner with you to talk to each other. You will talk to each other about different things. You will do different, tasks which the examiner will tell you to do. So let's talk about the test format or test pattern. Well, the test has 2 phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Phase 1 has further 2 sections, phase 1A, phase 1B. Just like this, we have phase 2A, phase 2B. We'll be talking about one by one, about all these, phases one by one. Let's get started with the phase 1A. So phase 1A is going to last for 3 minutes. In phase 1A, you're going to answer some introductory questions. The examiner will ask you about your nationality, and he will ask you about your name's spellings, for example. Means he's going to ask you some personal questions about, your introduction. After this, the examiner will ask you and your partner to talk to each other about a topic. He will give you a topic and he will ask you to talk to each other about that topic. You're going to spend 3 minutes in this section. After this, you will move forward towards phase 1B, which is going to last for 7 minutes. So phase 1 is actually going to last for 10 minutes in total. Phase 1A, 3 minutes. Phase 1B, 7 minutes. If you talk about phase 1B, in phase 1B, you're going to speak about a topic for 1.5 minutes, and then you're going to have question answers as well. Let me tell you how. First, the examiner will give both of the candidates 2 different topics, and he will give you some time to prepare some points about the topic. After this, the examiner will expect you to speak for 1.5 minutes about that topic. When you're speaking, your other partner, means the other candidate, will be listening to you carefully and will be making some questions. He will then ask you 3 to 4 questions from the topic that you have spoken. Just like this, the other candidate will speak about a topic for 1.5 minutes, while the other candidate will be listening to that speaker about the topic, and then he will ask some questions from the topic that the first candidate will speak. Let's say that there is candidate A and candidate B. So candidate A is given a topic. Let's say he is given a topic to describe a town he has visited and he found interesting. He will talk about that topic for 1.5 minutes, while the other candidate will be listening to him. When he finishes, means candidate A finishes, candidate B will ask some questions from the material, from the topic that the candidate A has described. So just like this, candidate B will speak, and then candidate A will listen and ask questions at the end of the speaking. This is how phase 1 is going to end. After this, we will move forward towards phase 2, and phase 2A is going to last for 5 minutes. In phase 2A, you're going to have listening. There will be 2 tape scripts. You will listen to the listenings and answer 3 questions. First question with 3 options. You have to select one right option, and after this you will have to listen to the recording again and you will answer 2 more questions. After the listening, you will move forward towards phase 2B, which is going to take again 7 minutes. Now phase 2B has 2 further parts. In part 1, you're going to plan and decide something. You will be given some prompts from which you will have to, decide something and plan something. Let's say the examiner tells you that you are planning about a trip that you're going to with your family. So there are 2 things to plan and decide. First thing, which transport to use. Second thing, what things to do on the trip. So there will be some points written already. The examiner will give you, the prompts, and then you will have to talk to your partner and discuss about those things. You will plan and decide. After you have spoken, you have planned and decide, you have done this part, examiner will give you one topic and he will ask you to talk about it and discuss. Remember, it is going to be a conversation, so you're not only going to answer the questions or ask the questions, you are going to ask and answer the questions. It's a 2-way conversation, so you will be having with your partner. I hope that I have been able to make you understand everything about B1 test pattern, which is speaking and listening test. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.